5 things a man does when he truly loves you. 1. He spends time with you. 2. He doesn't hit and run. 3. He commits himself to you. 4. He takes your advice. 5. He listens to you. 6 things men need in a wife. Men seek out marriage to fulfill multiple needs and expectations. Knowing what men need in marriage can help you understand your future husband, and can also help shape you as a potential wife. Here are 6 things men need in a wife. 1. They need a wife who will listen to their problems, even if they have nothing to say. 2. They need a wife who will encourage them when times are tough and support them in their endeavors, no matter how ridiculous they may seem at the time. 3. They need a wife who will be there for them when they come home from work, no matter what time it is or what day of the week it is. 4. Men want to be respected just as much as women do. In fact, they may even want it more because they're often raised in families where they're taught that being strong means never revealing any weaknesses or emotions. 5. To feel loved unconditionally even when they screw up or make mistakes. 6. Men need physical affection from their wives on a regular basis. A hug or kiss when you come home from work can help relieve stress and create an intimate connection between the two of you. Tips for conception during ovulation. 1. Chart your ovulation cycle. 2. Use an ovulation prediction kit. 3. Check your temperature. 4. Check your cervical mucus. 5. Get tested for STDs and STIs. 6. Have sex every day and the 2 days leading up to ovulation as well as on ovulation day itself. 7. Avoid sex during non-fertile times of your cycle. 10 psychology trick to make someone miss you. 1. Remember their birthday. 2. Give them a gift. 3. Make them breakfast in bed. 4. Tell them how much they mean to you. 5. Go on a date night. 6. Don't argue about small things. 7. Compliment them often. 8. Send the occasional flirty text or mail. 9. Send a funny video or image from time to time. 10. Show up at their place unexpectedly. Ten signs you should break up with your partner. If you've been dating someone and you're not sure if they're the one, it can be hard to tell when it's time to end the relationship. The truth is, sometimes relationships need to end. Sometimes people change in ways that make them incompatible with their partner. And sometimes people just grow apart. But just because a relationship needs to end doesn't mean that it'll be easy or painless. So how do you know when it's time to break up? Here are some signs. 1. You feel like you're settling for less than you deserve. If the person you're dating isn't making your life better, if he or she isn't making those little improvements that make your life more enjoyable, then it might be time to move on. If your partner is good enough but not great, then this is probably something worth considering seriously before deciding whether or not to stay together. 2. You don't trust them anymore. Trust is essential in any relationship, especially when it comes to intimate relationships where vulnerability and intimacy are key parts of what makes love so beautiful, which means when trust dies, love often does too. 3. You're no longer happy. If you aren't happy, then why stay? If you aren't enjoying yourself when you're with them, then what's the point? Don't be afraid to end things and find someone who makes you happier. 4. Your life goals have changed. If at any point during your relationship, either of you decided that their goals or ambitions had changed, including things like having kids or getting married, it might be time for a breakup so that each person can pursue their own goals without feeling like they're holding back the other person. 5. Your partner is abusive or violent. If your partner hits or abuses you in any way, physically, emotionally, or verbally, you don't need this kind of negativity in your life. It's never okay for anyone to treat another person like this, so if you're experiencing abuse in any form from your partner, Don't feel bad about leaving them behind. 6. You've tried everything and nothing has worked. If there's no hope for your relationship anymore, then don't waste any more time trying to fix it. Instead, focus on yourself and figure out what went wrong in order to prevent similar problems with future partners. 7. You're not having sex anymore. Sex is an important part of a healthy relationship. It's how we connect with our partners on a deeper level and how we feel physically close to each other. If sex disappears from the relationship, then so does intimacy and closeness. 8. You've stopped talking about your future together. If you've stopped talking about what your life will look like 10 years from now when you're both still together and how excited you are about that future, then there's a problem brewing beneath the surface. 9. Lack of interest. Your partner doesn't seem interested in spending time together anymore, even if they say they are, and they never initiate plans with you or suggest activities they'd like to do together. 10. No honesty. You don't feel like you can talk honestly with your partner about what's going on in the relationship because they get angry or defensive when something isn't going well between you two instead of trying to figure out ways to improve things between the two of you as a couple. Behaviors that scare men away. The behaviors that scare men away may seem like a small thing, but sometimes these minor behaviors are what keep the relationship from progressing. The most important thing to remember is to never show rage or anger when you first meet someone. Here are 5 behaviors that scare men away. 1. Always gossiping about other people. Sometimes you can talk about other people, but spending all your time talking negatively about other people will put you in a negative light, and it's super unattractive. 2. Always texting on your phone. Is your hand stuck to your phone every minute of the day? Nobody needs that much time on their phone. Just put your phone down and go get busy with the real world. 3. Excess jealousy. This can be a sign of a potential abuse in the relationship. Being possessively jealousy is unacceptable. 4. Asking for commitment too early. You have to take your time to really get to know a man before pushing for commitment from a man. 5. Spending all day with him every day. No man will want a life with you when all you do is clinging on to him all day without making a life of your own. Can love lost be regained? Love is a delicate thing, and it takes time to build. When you lose it, you feel as though your entire world has come crashing down around you. You may even begin to question your own sanity and wonder how something so wonderful could have been lost. In reality, love can be regained if you are willing to put in the hard work of forgiveness and understanding. Here are some tips on how to regain lost love. 1. Be willing to listen when your spouse wants to talk about their feelings or needs. This means not interrupting or being defensive. 2. Be willing to apologize for any mistake that you may have made in the past, even if it was unintentional. 3. Be honest about your feelings, but don't let them control your actions. 4. Don't hold on to grudges. 5. Take time to remember the good times. 6. Give yourself some space. 7. Don't let one bad experience taint your view of love forever. Common mistakes new relationship starters should avoid. Nobody is perfect, but there are some errors you can keep from making if you know what they are and what will happen if you do. Such errors, which should have been avoided but were still inevitable due to ignorance, have caused the breakup of a great number of relationships. You should avoid the following mistakes while starting a new relationship. 1. Asking too many questions. Asking questions in a relationship is beneficial, but in the early stages of a relationship, asking too many questions can be detrimental. 2. Attempting to change your partner. One common error is trying to alter a partner's behavior without first giving them an opportunity to adjust. You don't need to hurry your partner. They'll just feel inadequate to you if you do this. 3. Being excessively jealous. Nowadays, jealousy is one of the main factors damaging partnerships. When the relationship is still developing, you have no place being a jealous lover. Jealousy may be beneficial, but when it's extreme and occurs too early, It might lead to a premature split. 4. Being overprotective. People who desire to demonstrate their affection for their relationships frequently make this error. Once you become too overprotective, asking unnecessary questions like, "Where have you been all day? Who was with you?" This will only make your partner insecure. Dealing with a jealous partner. If you have a partner who is jealous, it can be very difficult. You may feel like you're being controlled and not trusted. It's important to remember that jealousy is a normal human emotion and it is not your fault. Here are some ways to deal with a jealous partner. 1. Don't engage in the behavior that bothers them most or makes them jealous. 2. Initiate conversations about why your partner seems worried about what other people think about them. 3. Have an open conversation about setting boundaries for each other so that there isn't an overabundance of concern about what others might think. 4. Consider talking with a therapist if you are having trouble controlling your own emotions and that of your partner. 5. Learn how to communicate your feelings in a productive way. 6. Realize that jealousy is a legitimate emotion. You can feel jealous even if you're in a relationship that is otherwise healthy and satisfying. Jealousy can also be an indicator of deeper issues, like insecurity or an inability to trust your partner. 7. Don't take things personally. Jealousy can be a sign that something needs to change within a relationship, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there is something wrong with you or your partner. 8. Work on accepting each other as individuals who have different needs and interests. 9. Be honest with your partner about why you want to be friends with someone else. 10. Be supportive and understanding. Find out why they are feeling jealous and see if there is anything you can do to help them overcome it. Showing support will also help them realize that their fear is unfounded and that nothing bad will happen as a result of their jealousy. Ten differences between a crush and a love. A crush is usually a fleeting infatuation that often ends when we get to know the other person better. Love, on the other hand, is a feeling of deep affection that's based on respect, admiration, and commitment. I have had crushes on people in my life. I am pretty sure everyone has had crushes on people at some point in their lives. A crush is like a love affair with no commitment. It's easy to get a crush on someone, but it can be hard to know if your crush is real love. Here are 10 differences between a crush and love. 1. A crush is usually a fleeting feeling, while love is a deep, enduring emotion. 2. A crush can be defined as a feeling of great interest in or admiration for someone, while love is an intense feeling of deep affection, passion, or attachment. 3. A crush may only last for a short time, but love can last forever if it's mutual. 4. A crush can be associated with an infatuation that causes feelings of confusion, excitement, and nervousness. However, true love does not cause these feelings because love is based on trust, respect, and communication rather than feelings alone. 5. Crushes are based on physical attraction, while love goes deeper than just looks. 6. You may feel attracted to more than one person at a time when you have a crush on someone else, but when you are in love with someone, only that person will do for you. 7. When you have a crush on someone, you may feel jealous when they talk to other people or become upset if they're not paying attention to you. However, when you truly love someone, you want them to be happy, even if it means they find happiness elsewhere without you being part of the equation, even if it hurts. 8. A crush may cause jealousy and fighting. Love brings peace and harmony into your life. 9. A crush focuses on what you want from the other person, a true love focuses on giving rather than taking from each other. 10. A crush is something you can get over easily without any hard feelings or scars left behind, while love always leaves an imprint in your heart which will stay forever and ever.
Do this to make her happy. 1. Buy her a gift. 2. Spend time with her. 3. Make her laugh. 4. Take her on a surprise trip. 5. Pay her a surprise lunchtime visit at her workplace. 6. Watch her favorite TV show with her. 7. Shower her with praises.
Effects of an unhappy relationship. An unhappy relationship can have a negative impact on your mental health, according to research. People who are in bad relationships have higher levels of psychological distress and lower self-esteem than those who are happy in their relationships. An unhappy relationship affects the person in many ways, which includes 1. In an unhappy relationship, there is a lot of stress and anxiety. These two factors can affect your physical health in a negative way. It can lead to heart disease or high blood pressure. 2. Unhappy relationships can cause depression and anxiety in some people. Depression is when you feel sad all the time and have no interest in anything. Anxiety is when you worry about things that might happen in the future or things that have already happened in past. Both these conditions are serious mental illnesses that need professional treatment from a doctor as soon as possible. 3. When someone does not feel loved by their partner, it can make them depressed or anxious about their life without that person being around them anymore. This can lead to suicidal thoughts or actions which may result in death if not taken care of immediately by professionals like psychiatrists and psychologists who help people recover from such situations emotionally. 4. Loss of self-esteem. A broken heart does not just affect your emotional health but also your physical health as well. If the person who broke your heart was someone whom you loved deeply and cared about, then it will be difficult for you not only in terms of letting go but also in terms of moving forward with life. You will lose confidence in yourself as well as others around you, and this may result in low self-esteem, which can be harmful to your mental health as well as physical. How married couples enjoy a holiday. Married couples have their own style of spending holidays, and it's interesting to see how they spend their time together, as well as how they set up their holiday traditions. How married couples enjoy a holiday. Whether you're on a romantic getaway or a family vacation, there are many benefits to traveling as a couple. You already know each other's likes and dislikes and can avoid fights over where to eat or what to see. Plus, traveling together can help strengthen your relationship by giving you time to talk about deeper issues and make new memories. Here are some tips to help you enjoy your next holiday. 1. Discuss your expectations before you go away. Are you going to use this as an opportunity to relax, or will it be a chance for some hard work? If you want to do some projects, make sure that both of you agree on what it is that needs to be done and how long it will take. 2. Choose a place where you can spend time together without distractions and with plenty of opportunities for fun activities. This could be in the UK or abroad, but make sure that there are plenty of opportunities for fun things to do together as well as plenty of space just to relax together quietly. 3. Agree on how much time each person wants to spend doing their own thing, or with friends, during the trip, or whether this isn't important at all. 4. Talk about any problems that may arise during the trip before setting off, so that there aren't any surprises when they happen. How to avoid first date disaster. If you're like most people, your first date is a pretty nerve-wracking experience. You want to make a good impression, but how do you know what to say? What if your date can't stop talking about his or her ex? To help you avoid first date disasters and make the most of a potentially great connection, here are some top tips to follow. 1. Don't be too picky. Yes, it's important to have standards when it comes to dating. But don't be too picky right away, at least not at first. Give yourself time to get to know someone before deciding whether he or she really is Mr. or Mrs. Right. 2. Be open-minded about where you go on your first date. Don't let yourself get boxed into just one type of outing. Instead, try something new and unexpected. Maybe even something that doesn't seem like it'll work out well at all, for example a comedy show. 3. Keep an extra cash. Always have some cash on hand in case something unexpected happens, like needing to pay for parking or getting stuck in traffic due to an accident or road work. 4. Be careful with your words. When talking about past relationships, try not to talk about them in too much detail or say anything negative about your exes. It's best to keep these topics off limits until later in the relationship when trust has been established. 5. Avoid arguing. Arguments are never a good idea on a first date because they can put a damper on the evening and make things uncomfortable between you and your date. 6. Have common grounds on opinion and interests. Make sure there's enough common ground between the two of you so that there won't be awkward silences during dinner or drinks at a bar or club, otherwise it might seem like no one has anything to say. 7. Do some research on your date before you meet up with them. Find out what they like to do, what their interests are, and what their personality is like. This way, you'll be able to have more conversation starters on hand for when you talk to them. 8. Be prepared for anything. If a situation arises where you need to leave early or change locations, don't panic. Just tell your date that something came up and give them your phone number so they can contact you later if they want to reschedule. 9. Don't be over-effusive. Don't talk too much about yourself or make comments that place yourself as the most important person in the room, and don't dominate the conversation by trying to convince him you're Mrs. Perfect. 10. Don't take up a lot of time on your cell phone or texting friends. How to be a marriage material woman. The term marriage material is often used to describe a woman of worth and value, who would make a suitable wife. Being marriage material is a quality that most men seek in a woman. A marriage material woman is not only attractive, but she possesses certain skills and traits that will help her build a good relationship with her husband. How to be a marriage material woman. The first step to becoming a marriage material woman is to know what marriage is. Marriage is not just a piece of paper. It's a covenant relationship that involves both parties keeping their word and living up to their responsibilities. Let us look at some of the qualities that make women marriage material. 1. She has a positive outlook towards life. A woman who has a positive outlook towards life is more likely to be able to handle whatever challenges come her way. She will know how to deal with problems and overcome them without letting them affect her mood or the relationship she has with her husband. 2. She is not judgmental. A judgmental woman can be very bad for any relationship because she does not allow others around her to live their lives as they want without interfering in it. This can lead to unnecessary arguments between couples and can even cause breakups if this behavior continues for too long. A woman who is judgmental should learn that it is best if she keeps her opinions about other people's lives to herself rather than sharing them with others when they are not asked for in the first place. 3. Being yourself. A lot of women try too hard to be someone else in order to get a man's attention. They wear clothes they wouldn't normally wear, act in ways they don't feel comfortable with and even change their personalities so that they seem more appealing. This doesn't work and it will only cause you problems down the road. You should always be yourself around your boyfriend or husband because it shows that you're comfortable with who you are as well as how you act. If he doesn't like who you are now, then he probably won't ever like who you become later on down the road either. 4. Avoid drama at all costs. Drama is never good for any relationship, but especially not for one where marriage is involved. If there is any drama going on between friends or family members, then stay away from it as much as possible. Both parties involved will have an effect on your relationship if they keep getting into fights. 5. Know how to cook and clean up after cooking. I don't mean that you have to be Martha Stewart or Rachel Ray, but you shouldn't burn toast or let dishes pile up in the sink for days on end either. It shows that you care about yourself enough to take care of all aspects of yourself, even if they aren't as obvious as some other things might be. 7. Have healthy habits. A real marriage material woman knows how important it is to take care of herself physically and mentally in order to stay healthy for her future husband and children. She exercises regularly and eats right so she can stay fit for her future family. She also makes sure she doesn't have any bad habits like smoking or drinking too much alcohol so she doesn't take away from her health while trying to improve it. 8. Be financially stable. It's not just about having money, but it's also about knowing how to manage it well. Some women think that just because they have a good job or make a lot of money, they're ready to get married. But if they don't know how to manage their finances, then they're not ready at all. A real marriage material woman understands that being financially stable is the key step toward being ready for marriage. 9. Be responsible. Marriage requires two people willing to work together as partners in life, This means sharing responsibilities between both parties involved in the relationship. 10. Buy nice clothes and wear them. You can't just wear whatever you want all the time, you have to look good. So, make sure your clothes are clean, pressed and stylish enough that they'll appeal to him when he sees them on your body, and vice versa. How to catch a girl's attention and get her to want you. Have you ever wanted a certain female to notice you because you like her? You'll have a variety of thoughts when you're in this situation, and if you choose the best one carefully, you'll be able to attract her attention. To avoid the burden of laborious planning, this article will show you how to attract a girl's attention without any complications. You will know more about how to attract her attention after reading this article. 10 clever techniques for getting a girl's attention. Getting a woman's attention is typically a key step if you want to impress her. It may seem difficult to catch a girl's attention, but if you take the right methods, you can succeed in doing so. Here are several inventive methods to accomplish this. 1. Possess a sense of humor. You are one step ahead if you can make a female giggle. One prominent trick to attract a girl's attention that really works is this one. When you use comedy to manage the conversation with a woman, it will be simpler to win her favor and persuade her to pay closer attention. You won't need to look for ways to attract a girl's attention after you make her laugh. 2. Express enthusiasm for a few of her activities. Show genuine interest in her activities if you ever had a crush on her and want to win her back. You might inquire about her work schedule or music preferences. Doing this shows you are interested in the state of her life beyond flirting with her. In order to avoid making any mistakes, you may also ask her what behaviors guys use to attract your attention that you detest. 3. Show interest in her group of friends. If you are interested in developing a relationship with a girl after catching her attention, you should get to know her clique. Typically, if you ask a girl out, her friends will have a significant influence on whether she agrees. Therefore, it is best to start setting the groundwork right away by expressing interest in her group. 4. Occasionally give her space. There are several instances where the proverb "absence makes the heart grow fonder" is accurate. You must allow her some room to breathe if you want her to pay you the same attention she has been. One approach to attain balance in any connection you try to have with her is to do this. 5. Point out her weaknesses to her. Girls prefer receiving compliments over being told the unpleasant reality. For instance, a female may be delighted to receive kind remarks from 10 different persons. She will, however, dwell on criticism for a long time if it comes from just one person. She will eventually come to realize that you are one of the few people who is willing to tell her the truth, and she might give you more consideration than other admirers in her life. 6. Make her feel envious. You can start a discussion with a girl by letting her know you're interested in someone she knows if she doesn't seem interested. You may manage the game by making her envious. Making her jealous can influence her to do whatever you want if she likes you. 7. Maintain eye contact but refrain from approaching. Another trick is to look her in the eye without making eye contact with her. Usually, when you look someone in the eyes more than twice, you're trying to communicate something. Therefore, if you maintain eye contact and a fixed gaze on her, she will assume something is wrong. You can create a few more eye contact and then stand up to leave where she is to further confuse her. 8. Act unconcerned. If a woman you are attracted to is alone, your first thought is generally to approach her and try to keep her company. Many women anticipate this on their end, which is why some of them won't be open to advances. 9. Permit her to see you. It's critical to understand what women are often drawn to if you want them to take notice of you. Women typically pick out men who are wearing the appropriate jewelry, clothing, perfume, or shoes right away. You can start by combining these four, and you can be certain that she will take note. 10. Stop working so hard. People frequently make the mistake of trying too hard to catch a girl's eye, and they often make mistakes that are typically challenging to undo. Don't make an effort if you want a female to notice you. You must act as though nothing is occurring each time you run into someone you like. Some ladies who see this will understand that you don't give a damn about them and become attracted to you. Women are generally excellent at recognizing someone who is making an effort. Always make sure to present yourself well when you are around her to make a favorable impression. But if you approach her and let her know you don't want to court or impress her, you can turn the tide. This ought to astonish her and pique her interest in your character.
How to deal with your husband's side chick. 1. Do your research. 2. Don't confront side chick. 3. Talk to your husband. 4. Seek counseling. 5. Make your decision.
How to keep your woman happy. Making a woman happy is usually a wonderful thing. A woman will give you twice as much of her happiness if she is happy. You have obligations, and those obligations make every lady content. Regardless of how she may act, every woman believes in love. When you love them, it makes them happy. Every woman wants to be happy, every woman wants to enjoy their relationship, and every woman believes in love. Here are some tips to keep your woman happy. 1. Be a man who prepares supper or cleans up after eating. 2. Be nice and romantic to her. 3. Be a man who enjoys playing around and going out dancing. 4. Always value and respects her decisions. 5. Be a man who pays attention to her needs. 6. Be a man who is unafraid to express his emotions. 7. Being truthful with her always. 8. Be funny and make her laugh. 9. Be a man who is aware that both sexes may not always agree. 10. Be a man she can trust with her heart. How to leave an unhappy relationship. How to leave an unhappy relationship. There are many questions that arise when you're with someone and you know the relationship just won't work. But one of the most pressing questions is, how do you leave a relationship without causing problems for you, your partner, and everyone else involved? It's a challenging situation to be in and requires some careful planning. Leaving a relationship is a difficult decision to make. You might feel that you are being selfish, or that it's not fair on your partner. But sometimes, no matter how hard you try, it just isn't working. If you feel that leaving is the right decision for you, then here are some steps to help you through the process. 1. Think about why it is not working for you and what can be done to fix it. Try to be honest with yourself about why the relationship isn't working for you. Is there anything that your partner could change or do differently? If so, talk about this together and, if possible, try out new things together so as to see if they work for both of you. 2. Talk about what will happen next. It's important to think carefully about what will happen after you leave the relationship. Will one of you stay in this area? Will one of you move away? Will both of you move away? It's also important to think about how much support each of these options will give either of you emotionally or financially. 3. Recognize the problem. If you have tried everything possible and nothing has changed, then it's time to recognize that something needs to change. 4. Decide when and how to end it. You may not be able to end things right away, especially if there are children involved, but decide when you will tell your partner that it's over and stick with that decision. 5. Tell him or her how much they mean to you. Tell him or her how much they mean to you, but then explain why this isn't going to work out between the two of them and what they need to do differently if they want things to change. 6. Accept that there may be some hard feelings from one or both partners at first. However, once everyone gets used to living without each other around all the time, those bad feelings disappear. 7. Accept that this is the right thing to do. It's easy for us to tell ourselves that we're staying in a relationship because it's the right thing to do, but this will only hold true if we really believe it's worth sticking around for. If your partner has been unfaithful or abusive towards you and you still think it's worth staying with them, then by all means go ahead. However, if your partner isn't really changing their ways after numerous attempts at communication and compromise, then it might be time for you both to go your separate ways. 8. Be honest with yourself about why you want to end the relationship. If you are feeling insecure or confused about where things stand between you and your partner, take some time alone, without them, to think about what you want. Only then can you communicate honestly with them about how you feel. 9. Don't talk badly about your partner. Don't talk badly about your partner behind their back or gossip about them with friends or family members. This will only hurt them more when the truth comes out later on down the road. If you can't be honest with yourself, how can anyone else trust what you say? 10. Don't wait until you're ready to make a decision. Decide now that if things don't get better, you will leave no matter what the cost. You need to be strong enough to do this before you begin any conversations with your partner, because it will give you the strength and courage needed when things start getting worse again after several months or years of living apart. 11. Make sure that it really is over. Make sure that it really is over by ending all contact with each other for 2 weeks at least, preferably longer. This will allow you both time to heal from the pain caused by the separation without having to deal with each other's negativity on top of it all. 12. Make a list of the things your partner does that bother you. Make a list of the things your partner does that bother you, with details about how they make you feel and how often it happens. 13. Remove yourself from the situation by taking space from your partner. This allows you to reflect on your feelings and think clearly about what is best for you. If possible, tell your partner that you need space before you go away, for example, being out of town or at work, so they don't feel abandoned or hurt by your departure. How to make love during ovulation. Making love during ovulation is a beautiful experience for a man and a woman. When you two are in love, all you want to do is make love. You feel this urgency to be with each other, not just have sex but share your feelings and connect on a deeper level. Making love during ovulation is a great way to get pregnant. Ovulation is the time in your cycle when you can conceive a baby. It happens about 2 weeks before your next period, and it's when your body releases an egg that's ready to be fertilized. Here are some tips and tricks for making love during ovulation. 1. Know when you're fertile. If you want to get pregnant, it helps to know the signs of fertility. The best way to do this is with an ovulation predictor test that predicts your fertile window based on your menstrual cycle. 2. Choose the right position. For many people, missionary sex is their favorite position because it feels intimate and comfortable, but it might not be the best choice if you're trying to conceive. That's because missionary can cause your man's sperm to travel backward, which makes it more difficult for them to reach your egg. 3. Use a lubricant. If semen is not enough to enhance your pleasure when making love during ovulation, then using a lubricant can help. A water-based lubricant will not affect fertility, but some oil-based ones may cause irritation or infections if used frequently. 4. Stimulate yourself before sex. Stimulating the clitoris or G-spot before intercourse can increase your sexual pleasure and allow you to reach orgasm more quickly. This may also increase your chances of conception if you have sex during ovulation. The cervix is more open during this time, and sperm can enter the uterus more easily. 5. Stay focused on sensations. During sex, it can be tempting to get distracted by everything going on around you, what your partner is saying or thinking, whether or not you're pleasing them. However, if you stay focused on the physical sensations that occur during sexual activity, it will be easier for both of you to climax. How to satisfy your woman and stay in bed longer. 1. Consume foods like bananas, tiger nut milk, etc. a few hours before having sex. They have been shown to improve endurance. 2. Masturbate a few minutes before sex. This is straightforward and easy. It will take some time before you can come again if you come just before sex. 3. Invest additional time in foreplay. Sex is not all about penetration. Put some time into foreplay. Make your girlfriend feel good and make her come first so that you can focus on penetration quickly. 4. Utilize a condom. The use of a condom lessens sensitivity somewhat, extending your endurance. 5. Change places. If you sense that you are about to come, instantly change positions. 6. Steer clear of missionary or doggy style. They could feel overly intense. Try different style instead, such as the cowgirl, spooning, or stiffing positions. You'll last longer. 7. Try new location. Try another location if you've always had sex on the bed, such as the car, the restroom, the couch, or the kitchen table. 8. Avoid pushing too quickly or deeply. Due to the intensity, when you thrust too quickly or deeply, you tend to come sooner. So proceed slowly to avoid it. 9. Use the squeezing technique. When you start to feel like you're ready to come, keep thrusting gently until the feeling stops, then pull out and squeeze the tip of the penis. How to seduce someone without a word. Seduction is the art of getting what you want out of someone with as little effort as possible. It's about making someone want to help you, even if they don't know it yet. The key is to be subtle enough that they don't realize they're being persuaded or even realize that they've been persuaded until it's too late. Seduction is about getting someone interested in you, whether it's for a date or just friendship. And there are as many ways to do that as there are people in the world. Seduction is a powerful tool. It can be used for good or for evil. It can be used to build people up or tear them down. It all depends on who's doing the seducing and what they're after. You can seduce someone without saying a word and still be successful at it. Here are 5 surefire ways to seduce someone without saying a single word. 1. Make eye contact. Looking directly into someone's eyes is an obvious sign of interest, but it can also be misinterpreted. Make sure your gaze is steady and unbroken, but don't give off the impression that you're staring down your target like a wolf. 2. Facial expressions. Smiling or frowning at someone can signal that you're interested in what he or she has to say or not interested at all. If you want to express interest, try raising your eyebrows slightly when he or she speaks. If not, look away for a few seconds before returning your gaze. 3. Create an intimate atmosphere. You might not be able to say anything yet, but you can still create an intimate environment by dimming the lights and softening music in the background, although it's important not to overdo it. This will help relax both of you and make things more comfortable for both of you. 4. Clear away distractions. You should also make sure that there are no distractions around, no phones ringing or people walking by, so that your partner can really focus on what he or she wants from this encounter right now. 5. Make physical contact. A light touch on the arm or shoulder can signal that you're open to whatever this person has to say. However, don't make these touches too frequent, otherwise, it might seem like you're trying too hard. The love triangle eye contact technique. The love triangle eye contact method is a technique that you can use to make yourself more attractive to the opposite sex. This method has been used by many people and it has proven to be very effective. Here are some other tips on how to use the love triangle eye contact method. 1. Don't look away too early. If possible, try not to look away until after they've looked away first, or else they may think you're creepy or making them uncomfortable, which will make them less likely to approach. 2. Don't stare too long. This can be creepy as well, so try to keep your eye contact short but meaningful, about 2 to 3 seconds. 3. Make sure you're looking at their eyes. Don't stare at their lips or anything else. Just focus directly on their eyes until they look away or break eye contact first. Keep her if she does these things. 1. She shows empathy. 2. She shows up consistently. 3. She makes you feel special. 4. She supports you. 5. She chases her passions. 6. She laughs with you. 7. She works to improve herself. 8. She speaks her mind. 9. She listens to you. Keep her if she does these things. 1. She shows empathy. 2. She shows up consistently. 3. She makes you feel special. 4. She supports you. 5. She chases her passions. 6. She laughs with you. 7. She works to improve herself. 8. She speaks her mind. 9. She listens to you. Make her crave for you. 1. Never ask for a commitment. 2. Dress nicely in public. 3. Look at other women. 4. Never get jealous about other men around her. 5. Never be too available to her. 6. Put your goals above hers. 7. Never get emotional. 8. Don't be eager to have sex with her. Mistakes a guy should never make on a first date. First dates can be nerve-wracking. You want to say or do the right things, but what if you get nervous or forget your manners? There are worse things that could happen on a first date than making a mistake. However, ideally, you want to avoid making errors like these. It's important to pay attention to certain details during a date, and the details you choose to ignore can either break the date or grow it into something bigger. Here are the top 5 mistakes men make on first dates. 1. Being late. There's nothing more annoying than being stood up for a date. If you're going to be late, at least call and let her know. It's better, to be honest, than to ruin her night by making her sit around waiting for you. 2. Not dressing appropriately for the occasion. A man should always dress appropriately for the event he's attending. Even if it's just a casual night on the town, it's always important to look your best so that you make a good impression on your date. If you wear jeans and a t-shirt out on a date, then expect her to think that this is how you usually dress when not trying to impress someone new. 3. Having poor hygiene. This goes without saying, but please shower before meeting up with someone for the first time. Also, make sure your breath smells good. Nothing is worse than kissing someone whose breath smells like onions or garlic. 4. Drinking too much. Drinking too much on a first date is never okay, but it's especially bad if you're out with someone who has trouble controlling himself when alcohol is involved. If your date gets sloppy drunk during dinner without even ordering many drinks, that says something about his judgment. 5. Not paying attention or listening well enough. You need to pay attention to what she says and ask questions about it, but also make sure she knows that you're interested in what she has to say. She won't think much of someone who doesn't engage with her or listen properly. Secret of happy couples. 1. They appreciate each other. 2. They apologize. 3. They converse rather than yell. 4. They learn from their fights. The signs of an abusive relationship. The signs of an abusive relationship are those which arise from verbal or emotional abuse. Recognizing the signs of an abusive relationship is an important step towards protecting yourself. Here are signs of an abusive relationship to look out for. 1. They hit you. If there is any kind of physical abuse from your partner, do not let it go or ignore it. This is a sign that you are in an abusive and toxic relationship. 2. They public shame you. If your partner makes fun of you in front of people and in public, it is a sign of abuse and he or she might never change that behavior. 3. They play the victim all the time. Does your partner try to manipulate circumstances by playing victim all the time? If yes, then you are in an abusive relationship. 4. Financial control by abuser. When your partner earns more or holds the financial power of the house and tries to control you by using that as a weapon, then you are in an abusive relationship. 5. They have controlling behavior. Does your partner try to control you in everything you do? It is a major sign of an abusive relationship. 6. They threaten you with leaving. Does your partner threaten you with leaving or do something threatening to you? If so, then you are in an abusive relationship. 7. They show cruelty to others. If your partner is cruel to people who are below them or not so good in their financial status, it is a major red flag. 8. Their behavior is unpredictable. Does your partner have unpredictable behavior where his or her mood keeps swinging and keeps you under stress? If so, you are in an abusive relationship. 12 signs of an unhappy relationship. Have you ever been in a relationship with someone and wondered if your best friend was becoming a problem? You can easily tell when something is wrong. Your partner suddenly becomes defensive, and you find yourself fighting more than talking, or you just aren't having fun together anymore. If you're in a relationship and feeling unhappy, there are some signs that can help you determine if the problem is with the person or the relationship. Signs of an unhappy relationship include: 1. Arguments that get worse over time. If you fight about the same things every week, it might be time to reevaluate your relationship. 2. Lack of trust. If you aren't able to trust your partner, it's hard to feel secure in the relationship. 3. Lack of respect for each other's boundaries and needs. If you don't feel like your partner respects your needs or listens to what you have to say, this can lead to resentment, anger, and frustration in both parties. 4. Loss of intimacy and affection between partners. A loving couple should be able to show physical affection without any hesitation, but if one person has a hard time expressing love physically, it could mean they're unhappy in their relationship as well as emotionally distant from their partner. 5. You feel like you're constantly nagging or criticizing your partner, but they don't seem to get on board with changing the behavior. 6. You feel like you have to be perfect all the time, or at least try really hard, because otherwise, your partner will get angry with you. 7. When your partner does something wrong, instead of talking about it and working through it, one or both of you withdraws from each other and refuses to talk about anything important until later, or sometimes never. 8. You find yourself getting angry more easily than usual, especially when interacting with your partner, even though most people would consider themselves relatively easygoing by nature. 9. You feel like you're just going through the motions. If things have become routine and boring, it's a sign that something needs to change in the relationship. A good relationship should bring excitement into your life, not take it away. 10. You are having trouble communicating with your partner. You can't talk about anything without getting into an argument or saying something hurtful. 11. If your partner isn't making you feel satisfied or fulfilled in some way, emotionally or sexually, that's a sign of an unhappy relationship. And if he or she isn't making an effort to change things, then that's another sign that something is wrong between the two of you. 12. You feel like you have nothing in common anymore and have stopped having deep conversations about important topics such as politics, religion, and family values. Signs of true love in long-distance relationship. We are all aware of the fact that long-distance relationships are hard. But when you consider being in one, there are some signs that prove that it is true love. If you have these signs, then you should know that you are in a true love relationship. Here are some signs of true love in a distance relationship. 1. You miss each other all the time. 2. You wish they were with you all the time. 3. You feel lonely without them around. 4. You want to spend more time with them before going back home. 5. You don't care about what people think about your relationship. 6. You communicate openly and honestly with each other. 7. You make time for each other even when they're busy with work or school. 8. You support one another through life's ups and downs. 9. You feel free to express yourself. 10. You look forward to seeing each other again at holidays and weekends. 11. You feel butterflies in your stomach when you think about him or her. 12. You can't wait to talk to him or her every day after work or school. 5 similarities between crushes and real love. 1. Crushes and real love can make you feel excited and happy. 2. Crushes and real love make you feel like you're on top of the world when things are going well with your partner or crush. 3. Crushes and real love make you feel sad when your partner or crush isn't around. 4. Crushes and real love make you want to. 5 similarities between a crush and real love. Here are 5 similarities between crushes and real love. 1. Crushes and real love can make you feel excited and happy. 2. Crushes and real love make you feel like you're on top of the world when things are going well with your partner or crush. 3. Crushes and real love make you feel sad when your partner or crush isn't around. 4. Crushes and real love make you want to spend every free moment together so that you can enjoy each other's company as much as possible. 5. You become obsessed with getting their attention and making sure they know how much they mean to you. Signs a woman is trying to seduce you. Women can be very subtle when they try to seduce a man. A woman who is trying to seduce you may use a combination of body language, eye contact, and other signals. She will try to make herself look more attractive in order to get your attention and interest. Here are 10 signs a woman is trying to seduce you. 1. Her eye contact is strong and prolonged. 2. She smiles at you often. 3. She touches you whenever possible, for example, on the arm or shoulder. 4. Her body posture is open towards you, for example, leaning forwards. 5. She laughs at all your jokes, even if they're not funny. 6. She touches her neck or earlobes when talking to you, for example, adjusting her earrings. 7. She puts her hand on your thigh or knee while talking with you, for example, rubbing up and down. 8. She walks close behind you or looks over your shoulder in public places, for example, stores or restaurants. 9. She asks personal questions about your life, like where do you live? What kind of car do you drive? Do you have any pets? Etc. 10. She compliments your intelligence or sense of humor, for example, I love how funny you are. Things men look out for in a woman they want to marry. There are some things that men look out for in a woman they want to marry. Here are some of them. 1. Good looking. This is the most important thing that men look out for in a woman they want to marry. A man will not want to marry a woman who is not good looking because he wants his wife to be beautiful enough so that other people will admire her beauty and he will be proud of her. 2. Have a good personality. A man also wants a woman who has a good personality because this means that she will be easy to get along with, and this makes life easier for both partners in marriage. If you cannot get along with your wife, it will not be possible for you to live together happily as husband and wife, hence it is very important for both partners to have good personalities so that they can live together happily as husband and wife. 3. Be intelligent. Another thing that men look out for in women they want to marry is intelligence because this means that she can manage things well, take care of home affairs and take care of children if there are any when she gets married, hence it is very important for men to seek out intelligent women. 4. She's independent. Men like it when their wives are independent and self-sufficient because they don't have to worry about providing all the financial support needed for their families. This also makes them feel more confident about themselves as men because they know that their wives can take care of themselves without their help at all times. 5. She's loving. Men love women who show them affection and care about them more than anything else in life. They like it when their wives love them and make them feel special every day by showing how much they care about them through words, deeds and other ways of expression such as writing love letters or poems, making surprises or doing romantic things like cooking dinner together, walking hand in hand in the park, etc. 6. Women who are not too demanding. You might be surprised, but this is a thing most men look out for in a woman. Men want a woman who does not ask for too much and does not expect him to go above and beyond his means just because she wants something special. Men want someone who is not overly demanding, who will settle with what he can give her and not ask for more than he can afford. This makes women easier to manage and live within long-term relationships as well as short-term ones. 7. She has good values. Men look for women who hold good values and morals in life. They want someone who knows how to treat others with respect and dignity no matter their social status or wealth level. Men want women who will be loyal to them and not cheat on them or betray their trust in any way. 8. She has integrity. Men also look for women who have integrity because this means that she will be honest with him at all times no matter what happens between them in life. This means that she will never cheat on him or lie to him about anything because she knows that it hurts both of them when they do this kind of thing behind each other's backs. 9. A sense of humor. This is one of the most important things that men look out for in women. Women with a good sense of humor can bring joy to any room they enter, and they can make any situation more fun. A man wants his wife to be able to make him laugh and enjoy life, so he looks for someone who can do that in his girlfriend or wife. 10. They want someone they can trust. A man wants someone who he can talk to about anything and everything without having to worry about her judging him or thinking badly of him. He also wants someone who will be honest with him, even if the truth hurts. He wants someone who won't keep secrets from him or lie about things in order to protect his feelings. Things you should never do or say to a married person. If you have a married friend, you need to know that there are some things you should never do for them. As much as you want to help your friend, there are some things that are better left alone. Here are some things you should never do or say to a married person. 1. Don't pressure them into making any decisions about their marriage. 2. Don't ask them about their relationship. 3. Don't nag them. 4. Never say "I told you so." 5. Never tell them what to do with their life. 6. Never compare their marriage to anyone else's, especially yours. 7. Never talk about their spouse in a negative way and then try to justify it. 8. Never tell her that if she leaves him, you will take care of her and support her unconditionally. 9. Never try to make her feel jealous about her husband's absence. 10. Never call the husband's attention to another woman. 11. Never tell her that her husband is not good enough for her. 12. Never think that what you have is better than what she has. 13. Don't ask them if they're happy in their relationship, even if they seem like they're not. 14. Don't act jealous of their spouse, or try to make them feel jealous of you. 15. Never offer money or financial help unless they ask directly for it or make it clear they need it. Top 5 ways to impress real women. Do you find it difficult to impress women? Do you want to get rid of the tag of loneliness? Are you sick of being single? The following are the top 5 ways to impress real women. 1. Just be yourself. 2. Don't be too hard on yourself. 3. Don't try to impress her. 4. Express yourself in bed. 5. Keep her satisfied.